Good afternoon and welcome to the United Hour. This is the breakdown where we're going to talk a little bit about Manchester United Crystal Palace, but mainly we're going to be focusing on the review of the season because, wow, this week, if anybody was questioning why the Premier League is really the league of the greatest league in football in the world right now, today encapsulated it all. So we're not going to jump into the Manchester United game as yet. Good afternoon to Gareth and Martin Phillip on the inside on the comments already. We're going to start talking about the drama entering into today, right? And it's only right that we start at the top of the league. So we had Manchester City needing to at least draw today to make sure that they keep on hold to the championship, to the trophy. We had Liverpool needing a win and a City loss. And Wolves scored against Liverpool early on. So everybody was like, yeah, well, all right, that is it for Liverpool. Lo and behold, halftime, Liverpool scored 1-1 and Manchester City went in halftime 0-0 against Aston Villa. So at halftime, Liverpool fans would have been jumping up. Then they came in the second half and they went up. Liverpool was winning. And then lo and behold, City was conceded 2 goals and they were losing. And in 5 minutes, Manchester City scored 3 goals. And that was it. Put it to bed. They won the game 3-2. Didn't really matter what Liverpool's result was. I mean, guys, what did you all think about the drama of the final day today? Let's start downstairs with you there, Mark.
That was drama. That was so much drama and now finish cook. That was real drama. At a point in time, I feel like Pep started overthink again, boy. But then I remember Steven Gerrard do some sort of Steven Gerrard stuff. And when City pull back 1, I say, yeah, game on here. As they say, in 6 minutes or 5 minutes, they scored 3. And it was all over. Witness my Liverpool partner mashing up his laptop. So it's a good thing he wasn't watching that game on the TV. Yeah, because he might have mashed up the TV too. But again, City left it late. Yeah, City left it late. My wife only hamburger me. She said, so why you do all Liverpool win? When I explained it to her, she said, all right, okay, I understand now. I say, yeah. She said, I never see you watch a Man City game. She said, I never see you not watch a Man U game because I didn't watch Manchester game. As I said, I have to focus on heavy down Liverpool.
For real.
Yeah, so, and I will be doing it again weekend coming too.
Yeah, well, you wear a white jersey?
Yeah.
I know you don't have a real jersey, but you
I don't have one. Jersey. But I gotta wear a white jersey.
Yeah, you wear a white jersey. I will be wearing white. I'll be wearing white as well. So, Darren, all this talk about the quadruple is finally laid to bed, is laid to rest. I mean, the truth be told, I don't think any of us had any doubt that Liverpool was not going to be winning any quadruple. But finally that is done and dusted. We wouldn't be here in the English media talking all that dotishness. Garrett is reminding me that City was actually down to Aston Villa at halftime. So at halftime, Liverpool had one hand on the trophy.
Yeah.
Right? Only to be
City was still leading.
Only for the parents to come and slap down and say, don't touch that. That's not yours.
Draw at halftime. Liverpool, City had the advantage on points.
Oh yeah, and City was up, not down. Sorry, I know I misread his message.
No, City had the lead on goals. Goal difference.
Goal difference, you mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
City was still leading, yeah.
So Chelsea won their game today, but their third spot was never really in doubt.
Arsenal
won their game, but
it wasn't doubt. It wasn't doubt. Tottenham got a ticket from them.
Well, Yes, that is true, but
And Tottenham went on a rampage today.
Tottenham was playing Norwich. I had such confidence that Norwich was not going to score any goals today. I went and made Loris my captain in fantasy for the first time whole season. I didn't have Norwich on my
Wow.
team whole season, but I knew Norwich was not going to score any goals today, so I made Loris my captain just for this game. So Spurs qualify for Champions League. Arsenal. I want to take a little time to talk about Arsenal, guys.
The laugh,
I mean, you know,
sorry.
Really?
as
Yes,
Manchester United supporters, we often poo-poo on Arsenal, right? We often do that. I am sure Arsenal TV this afternoon is going to be lit. Guys going to be going crazy. But we need to remember, as we poo-poo on Arsenal now, that Arsenal started the season losing the first 3 games. Right, the first 10 games into the season, men was talking about whether Arsenal would be fighting relegation. You understand what I'm saying? That was a genuine conversation in groups, right? And then for them to come and finish in the top half, to finish fifth, to actually make Europa, I think, to me, they have done a massive turnaround. And I tell myself, if we have a slow start, I, for one, not going to get on Ten Hag back, because, I mean, look at what happens when a team over time buys in to what the manager is doing. Just a quick word, Nicholas, if you have anything to say on Arsenal. And over the course of the season, remember, there's a review show, so it's not about the game today per se. We're talking about,
Yeah. Well, Arsenal actually, they surprised me this season. The way they would have started to how they would have ended. I didn't count them into any top 5. I thought they were gonna be like 7th or something this season, honestly. Yeah, see Darren eyebrows recently. I really didn't give them much attention because Arsenal is Arsenal. You don't have a bet on Arsenal. So honestly, I think the fans
if you
they
want
would
to win
be,
money, Arsenal is now winning bet.
yeah, I think. But honestly, though, I think fans of Arsenal are genuinely okay with the way the season would have ended. They finished strong, which is a good thing, unlike us. So, yeah, Arsenal, I think they would be pretty okay with the season. They didn't get any trophies. I know they were hoping, to probably get FA Cup or something like that, as they always hope for every year. But they should be okay. I
Yeah,
think.
I just want to add a little context to that, though. Sorry.
Go ahead.
We say Arsenal finished fifth. It was a pretty okay. The conversations of them fighting relegation was there in the beginning of the season. But to put it into context, they were not in Europe. They had no midweek games. For a team that had the opportunity to focus mainly on the league, I think they were out of the domestic cups very early as well. So for a team that had all that opportunity and all that time to focus
prepare
on the
between
league,
games.
yeah, and all that rest between games, yeah. I think it's quite disappointing, regardless of the fact that they did finish a little stronger in the end. See,
I totally agree with you. Not cutting you, but I totally agree with you there, because them had nothing to focus on other than the league and the cups. And as you say, they get knocked out of the cups early. And then they had rest in between. Then with the whole, they had games getting put off.
Correct.
So they had games in hand.
So many games in hand.
For them to finish fifth, I actually hear Arsenal's fans consoling themselves all year. We finished fifth. We had a good season. For a team that had all that time and all that rest, to me, failure.
Failure.
Yeah, failure.
At least United, we made it. We won our group in Champions League, and we unfortunately we got knocked out in round of 16, but it was an admirable run because the game ended 2-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish.
True.
At the end of the year, they finish above us. So
wow, for the first time in how much seasons?
But we can't.
We haven't been in Champions League, right?
Yeah, the thing is, we can't dog them. because they did
No,
have
no,
a more
I
successful
I
season
will.
than us.
I will.
And
You
and
can't have
the
all the
thing
opportunities
is,
to win and do win.
you know,
Yeah.
I understand, but remember at Arsenal too, they have a fairly young squad, and they they have to gather themselves and take some more time to be where they need to be, because they still have to go into the transfer market, striking up some areas like every other team is going to do for next season.
Yeah.
So I think Arsenal is a team to watch, that will be on the rise, because once they have the right financial backing, and they see Arteta has a plan and a vision, and they want to give him that time, I think they would reach places.
Well,
But
I'm not going to say that because if they don't add depth to the squad, what happened to them this year will happen to them next season too. Because
I
yeah,
would say this.
Arteta can't be playing the same set of men over and over and over and over. So you see it at the end of the season here, where they run flat.
yeah,
I
They
would
run
say
flat.
this where Arsenal is concerned. I don't think in my lifetime I have ever looked up at Arsenal. Even when they had the invincible team, it was never a team I was like, "Way boy, look at that!" Because we had a great team at the same time as well. You understand? And
Well
Yeah.
said, Chad.
we
Well
were
said, Chad.
battling with them. So, but this season, I look at Arsenal and feel a little inspired. Not because of anything that they have done, to be honest. Not because of the coach, because I don't really rate him. Not because of the players. I know they always like to talk about Saka better than this one and Saka better than that one and Martinelli this and that. Not because of any of those things. Because of the fact that they did a lot of things that I would like to see Manchester do. They played
Yeah.
a lot of youth, and despite being down for a large start at the beginning of the season, they were able to bounce back. And if I could see that in those two qualities in my team next year, I will say yeah. That'll make me happy. But really, actually, Arsenal do what Arsenal does do. I mean, they flatter to deceive. They started bad. They made a charge, and everybody thought they would finish in the top 4, and then they fall down flat. And I like when teams like Arsenal, West Ham, Tottenham, I like when they have midweek football. I like when they compete in Europe, because it affects their domestic performance.
For real.
Because everybody does think it easy until you had to do it. Everybody does want to finish in the top 4 to play Champions League until you had to do it. And then you realize you can't play your best team on the weekend and then your best team in the week continuously. Eventually, it is not going to work. So,
Exactly.
I expect to see them struggle next season simply because they have European football.
No.
Simply.
No. They will struggle, right, because of Mikel Arteta. He's a fraud.
Well
No,
said,
you don't
Robert.
understand. He's a fraud.
I aim to make Champions League football and they're still in Europe.
And the thing is, right, no, you don't understand that the Arsenal board gave him a new contract. The man didn't even get up for yet. But they still assume games in the hand. What did he say? One in the hand and 4 in the bush. Right? Right. You had none in the
I
hand.
give the win it already.
Right.
Give it on the count.
I remember
I'm
these
none in the
men-
hand now.
No, none. These men
I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Mikel Arteta had secured his job regardless, right?
No.
But
The man, he is their Ole. He is their Ole.
No, well, that's exactly what I was going to say. After
He is our Ole.
Manchester
He will
United
fail. Mhm.
giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that contract at the time when we gave it to him, I am surprised that anybody
Yeah.
just do that. Wait till the end of the season.
No, wait,
I
because
don't know why people doing that.
because the man. Oh, why? Why is a fraud? Easy. You have games in hand, right? You have games in hand. You had one game a week for the
When
whole
a lot of people
season.
had to.
Right, 2 and 3 and 4. You had one game a week, and you still
That's
fight
exactly
and
what I'm
struggle
saying.
to
I was
come
adding
fifth.
context.
At least Ole, right, had
More
games.
hand than Mother Lakshmi.
Right, at least Ole had Europe and domestic and came second. He came what?
Third.
Third.
Right.
We made our finals. We
And
are
we can final.
runners up in Europa.
Mikel Arteta
semi-finals.
is going nowhere. Let me tell you something. He's going down next year. He's finishing 6th next year. Mark my words. On all
right.
Arsenal and them could be freaking out next year. He's
So
not
Correct.
now we reached down to 5th place. So we had to talk about Manchester United today. I think we all went into this game fearing the worst. You know, this team has underperformed so badly, and the question was, would they pick themselves up? And I think Erik ten Hag being in the stadium was a master stroke. Not because I think he had any input in the team, but just the fact that, you know, the guys who want to be here would be telling themselves, watch, the new boss in the stadium, I'm going to pick up my game a little bit. And Darren mentioned it earlier. We did, it seemed, play a little better. We played a lot better than Brighton, but we played a little better than we've been playing the last 4 games, right? But there was still a lot of careless passing. And we saw a start for Hannibal, which was really good, right? We Cristiano Ronaldo hip started to become a problem, so he didn't feature. And from what I'm hearing, every time Cristiano Ronaldo is not named in the starting lineup for this season, his hip is suddenly and mysteriously give trouble. But who knows? Maybe that's just a conspiracy theory, but that's what I heard.
Question.
World Cup.
Question, right? Why should he play? We are gonna lose the game. Why should he play? I don't blame the man.
I don't blame him either.
I haven't man.
Yeah.
I don't blame the man. If it was me,
I don't blame him
either.
either. I am just saying that
Why?
when he not started, he hip does get trouble. But nonetheless, moving along.
Mhm.
So, you know, it was nice to see Hannibal getting a start. Bruno Fernandes with a wonderful assist to
course.
Wilfred Zaha.
Yep.
Darren, I will send that one to you. What were your thoughts on the game today?
Well, as I said before the show started, I would have mentioned to you, as a collective, yeah, man, as a unit, we look much better. The ball was moving a lot faster, even though it is stuck in their DNA to not capitalize on a counter-attacking opportunity. Don't know why they don't. They always want to hold the ball in the middle of the park and allow the team to catch back themselves defensively. But we was moving the ball better, and the ball had a good start, even though we get a yellow card. You know, we have our own little Richarlison here. He's well feisty, but I think we will figure it out as we go along. And as Chad mentioned, Ten Hag being in the stadium, I think it was a master stroke, because the guys that wants to be in the squad next season, they put out the effort that was needed, and the effort that was put out today is the effort that we need to see every game. Had we played like this for the bulk of the season when Rangnick had came in, our results may have been a lot different. We would have at least maybe be fought at a bare minimum, because they were seeing players pressing higher, moving the ball faster. One of the major issues we have is, one, we are very wasteful. A lot of chances were created and none were converted. And defensively, we're too frail. These defenders weak. We don't want no tower any back there. The goal that Zaha scored, had it been any, it was Tyrone Mings, he wasn't scoring that goal. If it was Dan Burn, he wasn't scoring that goal. Lindelof is too. I don't understand. Dalo, he will sell his body to block a shot, but you need to be more solid. You need to be more solid in the back there. Come on, man. That goal could have been avoided. Again, they got in each other way. Why? Almost like our defenders will communicate with each other. I don't understand. But I mean, as a unit, it's a good sign to see that more effort is being shown by the players, and the effort is shown by a lot of the players that may remain next season. So going forward, with Rangnick implementing the fitness that he wants the guys to play with, and the training and the conditioning, and they'll be able to run often, because some of them fellas, they're allergic to that effort, boy.
I honestly think some of the footballers on our team, their football IQ is not up to par.
Exactly. That's the next thing. Bang average. McTominay, bang average.
Yeah, because when it comes to defending, right? okay, somebody is going to the guy with the ball who is marking the pass,
Correct.
and that's always
Who is our defensive coach? I always ask that why we always escort a man down the pitch. Somebody needs to go to the man, and if you are beating a man, cover for you.
Because
Why we
a
just
decent
escort
service
the
we
man
have.
down the pitch?
I will say this.
Escort service we have in the back there.
Everybody just running, jockeying, waiting. Go to the man, shut him down. Come on, man. Come
I
on.
believe one of the things that we're going to benefit from is having a systems coach. Because one of the benefits to having a systems coach is that it takes away some of the decision making from players. Right? When men know and understand that there's a particular system and a way they have to play and where to be,
Exactly.
when you're running that system and instinctively, when every quarter, every section of the pitch, everybody have their assignments, it actually makes that personal responsibility a little less. And I think that is going to benefit some of the guys on this team a lot. I really think so. Jason Rich is saying, don't worry, guys, Ten Hag will succeed. Yeah, we firmly believe that. We firmly believe that. Robert, I want to come to you with this, and then I want to throw something by Mark. Again, we have seen Tellez put in probably about 20,000 crosses today. Didn't find our head. The low didn't put in so much. He put in about 10,000. Right? And the last I checked, the low must be have one if so many assists for the season. And Tellez similarly. Right? Poor numbers. When you look at the amount of crosses they put in, when you look at the amount of quality crosses they put in, it is very low. It's just volume. We used to complain about Ashley Young, right? He just used to really kick the ball in the box. And these guys supposed to be so much, we bought Tellez believing that this was a strong suit of his, that he was a good crosser of the ball, that he was a good dead ball specialist. And I haven't been impressed. Right? Diego Dalot, everybody say, yeah, he good going forward. Yeah, he does get in good positions, but the final ball is trash. I cannot say Dalot's final ball is worse is better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka had 3 to 4 assists last season, no?
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka had 3 to 4
Hail
assists.
Marys. 3 to 4 Hail Marys.
I don't care. He find men head
man.
and they score. How much head the low score? The low's fine. You understand? That is
on a
what I see.
statistical standpoint, I can argue with you, but I can't read Wan-Bissaka at no point in time.
No, it's not a matter of
No,
rating
it's not.
It's
We
a
rated
matter
him. We just say he had 4 assists.
right.
Yeah.
It's a matter of saying that the low is not in the final analysis. Is not that much of a upgrade. So to me, and the question to Robert is simply this: I think we have real issues at fullback. And you have to ask yourself how much issues this team have. We have issues at CDM. We have issues at centre back. We need a striker because Cavani is on the way out. Ronaldo, who knows what's going on with him? We don't know. We don't have any word on Mason Greenwood. There are so many issues around this pitch. But to facilitate better playing all around, I think we need to really look seriously at our wing backs. What say you, Robert? What did you think about Tellez and Dalot today?
I find Tellez was a real. It was a sad. It was very disappointing because I remember when we used to be in the studio, and we used to talk about Tellez. Tellez being this great crosser of the ball, and yet he came to the team and he just hasn't reached the heights that we hoped that he would. I mean, Dalot went to AC Milan last year. He had a very good loan spell. And we were hoping that form would have carried over again to here, but it just didn't. I don't know if it is that we have to go back in the markets or if Eric and the guys could somehow work something with them. I think we have the time because I think next year, at least for me, to me, next year is a free hit. Like next year should be us trying to build. You know, we shouldn't be looking to
Focus
win
on system
anything.
play. We shouldn't be
Right.
studying to finish
So,
top 4. We shouldn't be
no.
studying none of them things.
Nothing. Just making sure our system of play is good. So if it is that we have to spend next year with Dalo and Tellers and having Ten Hag work with these two guys for the next year, then do it. If they see something to work with, if they don't, then you have to, you know, at least get rid of one, get rid of the next one, and then, you know, go from there. I mean, if it was up to me, I would get rid of Wan-Bissaka and keep Dalo. You know, get a new right back. I would get rid of Tellers, get a new left back,
Keep sure.
and keep Shaw, you know, as the backup. You know,
Well,
because
Mark-
I don't see a difference. I don't see to me is the differences are they're too small. It's too minuscule for what Wan-Bissaka may have, Dalo don't have, and vice versa. There's no big gap between them.
You know, Robert set it up nicely because what I was going to ask you, Mark, is whether you would be upset if we were to see the back of Tellez and the back of Delo and Wan-Bissaka this season. If it would bother you at all, if we do ever
Nah,
see them Tellez play for Manchester United again.
For the betterment of the team. Now, strange enough, Wan-Bissaka is a player I like for his defending. And Delo, I like him for his attacking aspect. He has attack better than Wan-Bissaka, but Wan-Bissaka does defend better than Delo. Same thing on the next side. Shaw good going forward. Tellez horrible on defending. So if they get rid of Tellez, Wan-Bissaka and Delo and bring in better quality players who good both ways, I have no problem with that. None at all. Strange enough, there's that Tellez jersey I have on. Strange enough. If they gotta go, they gotta go.
Check out with it from now on.
Yeah.
You know,
If they gotta go, they gotta go.
They have a lot of people with Pogba jerseys. They have a lot of people with different
Yeah.
Yeah.
jerseys, and they're really looking at what they're going to be doing with those jerseys going forward. Because you know, but my thing is, wear a jersey, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't buy the jersey for the name on the back. Let me rephrase.
I buy the jersey for the badge.
Most supporters didn't buy the jersey for the name on the back. We buy the jersey for the badge, right? So it don't matter who on the back of your jersey.
Exactly.
No. I
Where-
did. No. You and I both know, right? I told you this year, I was not buying no jersey this year. I told you this, right? From early. I wasn't buying none.
Yeah,
Then these nasty
Then Ronaldo
bitches
came.
went and get
And
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo came.
And then I had to go and buy 1 and 2 and 3. Stink bastards.
Yeah.
But remember, we're a commercial club, you know. It's
Exactly.
dollars and cents.
You
Well,
understand?
I mean, let's look forward. We were a commercial club, and we'll stick up in there. Let's look at the people
Yeah.
we buy in the summer. Let's see if things have really changed going forward as much as they have changed in terms of people leaving, both players and staff. Right? I just want to talk a little bit about Bruno Fernandes.
Failure. I had to call him.
Waste that time. That back pass today, atrocious.
You
We could have
Yeah,
got much better
he
result.
had an
We
assist
gave
today.
a point out of that game today.
you remember, right, when we were saying that Bruno needs to be captain of this team?
Yeah.
When it, yeah,
Big
yeah.
discussion.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bruno,
I don't know what
Bruno's
happened.
trying to add. I think he's taking on the fact that he probably not looking as well as he did last season, and he's
Yeah.
trying to add. And in trying to add, he's costing the team in the long run. Do the
I
same
think-
thing.
Just now, Nicholas,
Sure.
you will get the word after me. Darren, I would have agreed with you, except for one thing.
Yeah, you just do the simple thing. You don't need to do the flashy thing. Do what is
No.
necessary. And as Nicholas alluded earlier on when he talked about football IQ, if
Yeah.
our players had a little more football IQ, there are many times and many opportunities for us to get simple goals, but they choose to do it the hard way. I don't understand for the life of me. A simple pass would be the whole defense. They decide to cut back and allow everybody to get back. A ball in the air, nobody on you. Instead of you control the ball and make an intelligent pass, you just boom, head at the ball or just boom into that space.
Our game lacks fluidity.
Yeah.
Like we overcomplicate the simplest of
things. Exactly. We just want we get a counter attack. Instead of going all the way, a man will cut half in the middle of the park
and kill the whole counter.
Like if we playing futsal or we playing small goal, but go to goal, either the man foul you score or you miss. Go to goal.
But at least something happen. At least something will happen.
Yeah,
do something.
Make it difficult for the opponents, but
exactly.
You see, we make it easy
if the
for them.
foul you high up the pitch, you have a good opportunity for a free kick. Might even get a penalty. Why you stop you? Just allow the men to regroup. Football IQ, I don't understand. It is very questionable. The way these guys play, they make football seem so hard. It's almost like it's brain surgery or rocket science or something.
Yeah, I was saying, but I want to know like what happened between last season and this season. You understand? Like where was the big drop off? Like, and I understand, right? How many will say it's Ronaldo. Ronaldo came and Ronaldo's the problem, right? But
nonsense.
My thing is this: if this guy came into your team, you supposed to raise your game, but nobody raised their game to meet the man.
Yeah,
you know,
everybody was just upset that his standard so high, and they want to remain where they are, so they try to get rid of him. Come on,
right?
Madness.
It don't make sense. Don't make sense.
And a part of that drop off, a major part of that drop off, is obviously the sacking of Ole and having a manager that implements a totally different culture that Ole would have implemented. Ole was an enabler. The guys on the back and sugarcoat the deficiencies in their game. Next time we'll do better. Next time he will play two men to do one man job. Scott and Fred. Rangnick wasn't having that, and they had a problem with that. They had a problem managing. They had a problem keeping up with the rigors and the demands of Rangnick. The guys, they had a mutiny. They literally had a mutiny against the man. Because the man come out and say openly, they don't do what I tell them to do in training. So
exactly.
It's evident.
It wasn't sugarcoating nothing.
Yeah, in the first 5 games, you literally saw where the team was playing the front, and then eventually they just revert to what they used to do on Howley.
Yeah.
So, and we were looking much better in those first 5 games.
One of my issues with Bruno, and I've said it most of the season, is that he tends to throw his hand up in the air a lot when he plays, and points to this one and that one, and tries to shout and
traffic police.
like if everything is about him on the pitch, he tries to make it about him. I understand about wanting to show passion for the club and show that you have fight, but he doesn't do it. I think it works against him most of the time.
That's true.
So
because
the question I wanted to throw out there just before we move on from Bruno is simply this season overall, would you all consider this to be a bust season for Bruno or just a slight underperformance?
This is without comparing the last season, right?
No, well, you could choose to compare. At the end of the day,
well, obviously
we have a body of work from Bruno, so it's not like it's the first time we're seeing him.
Obviously, if we have to compare, it is a big difference from when he came, but you can't, just like how you can't blame one player for the entire season, because it takes a whole team, right? At times he could have done more. At times he showed that he does have his quality, but it was mediocre for me.
No, but that's it. Simple. Boss, is a boss season or just a little underperformance? Give my pick one.
All right, underperformance.
If we use statistics to answer that question, it will show that he had a decent season because his goal contributions if I'm not mistaken, in the
what
20s.
your eye test tell you?
Well, and and now you are literally giving me a criteria. If that's where you're going on, he underperformed tremendously because certain things that he would have done last season, he didn't do this season. And I see somebody put in the comments, I think it's the shadow of Ronaldo. He was the big fish, he was the big
Yeah.
man in the team before.
Yeah.
Now that Ronaldo's here, I don't know, playing on his mental, he just underperforming because like he feeling as though like he had to prove something and he overthinking it, he bottling like how Pep does just bottle when he's not overthink it.
Yeah.
You know, he's
He had a
overthinking it.
pep. He had a pep. He started
Just do the
overthinking.
simple thing. You could do it. You don't need to do the extravagant.
You know,
You're moving with the ball in space instead of just playing a simple ball through the defense. You want to cut here and dance here. It's too much. So yeah, it's a tremendous underperformance. But statistically, he had a decent season because his goal contributions, goals and assists, both are in double figures. So
And I mean, he was the top chance create. He does have the top chance creations for the year. He does. It just that guys just didn't finish.
as I
But
said
like I
before,
said,
we
it
are
was the more
tremendously wasteful.
you know, is the scary thing with that stat? He's his top chance creator for the year, but he had 2 assists for the opposition too.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
We had one today, and this is not the first time. This is the second time for the season Bruno Fernandes did what he did today. Literally just kick the ball backwards into the middle of the field with
perfect back
no
pass.
real vision.
Yeah.
And the ball went straight to opposition player and they scored. You understand? So I agree with you, yes. And Darren really hits an important point. Statistically, Bruno is still a good player. But obviously something off. All right, well, moving along, guys. We saw in the second half Hannibal come off, Fred, Delo, and they were replaced by Mata, Shaula, and Garnacho. We looking forward to next season.
I have a question, right? I have 3 questions. Why was Cavani? Why was he there? Right? Isn't he leaving? Yes or no?
Yeah, because
Great. Why is he there? Why do you have your ex-woman?
Yeah.
Why is your ex-girlfriend still in your house living with you? Get the hell out. Why is Mata still playing?
Yeah.
Right? No, I don't care. You're leaving.
so
Why are you still there?
who you wanted to start up front, Robert?
You could have played Garnacho in front for the whole game. I didn't care. Why are you playing Cavani? Why is Cavani playing?
I do agree with that, but
No, I do. I'm sorry. I saw that bastard of a man on the field, right? It's like your wife divorced you, but still in your house eating food. What are you still here for? Get out. Waste of time, man.
We should have give Cavani the Pogba
Look,
treatment.
my thing is this, right? This
You're not
game
here next
was
season.
no
This
this game was a nothing game, right? Honestly speaking, it was a nothing game, right? To be fair, you could have run the guys who will be here, run them. The guys who you know will be here. Don't bring on guys who are not going to be here next year, like Matza and Cavani and why was and whoever else. Was Pogba even on the bench?
No.
Mark,
So, I mean,
Right now, Pogba hiding.
I want to throw this to you, and then we're going to move away from talking about Manchester United and start to talk about the relegation battle a little bit. Get back into the league. Our goal difference is 0, Mark. I don't know if people appreciate that. Manchester United has qualified for Europe. We have finished 6th in the league. Our goal difference is 0. Now, what that means is that we have conceded the same amount of goals that we have scored. I don't know if that has ever happened, that a team finished so high up with a goal difference of 0. I seriously doubt it. This is our worst point tally in Premier League history. And even if we won the game, it was still going to be our worst. So the result really didn't matter in the big scheme of things. I mean, with that information, how would you, Mark, sum up United season?
Horrible. One word. Horrible. This season we are too inconsistent, right? It had too much egos in the dressing room. With the arrival of CR7, men feel that they had to put in, they had to do like what Bruno doing, they had to overthink it and stop do the simple thing that was working for them. He shouldn't be the man. It had too much problems this season in that dressing room than on the field. Because as I say, I don't feel it ever have a team concede as much as they score and finish so high up. So this season was inconsistent, horrible. I don't know how to put it again. I don't know how.
You know,
Because we hope for the best now. Because right now we under the white line, watching up.
if Edward Wood was here, I honestly would have said, here it is a master stroke by Ed to bring in Ten Hag, to build hope for next season,
Yeah.
knowing fully well, you know, is failure. But because Ed is not here, and so much of his cronies are going out the door with him, and you know, everything coming out of the club suggests we're going to have a massive turnover of players. I genuinely have enthusiasm heading into next season, but really and truly, this season was, I don't know, one that we would look forward to forgetting.
In quick
You know
time.
what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah. We're looking forward to forget this season. So let's talk about relegation. Norwich is on the way down. I don't know, Norwich seems to love to come up to the Premier League to make some of that Premier League money.
And then go back down
to
and
the
spend it in the
Championship.
championship.
That seems to be Norwich thing right about now. It's the second time in a row that they come up and they going right back down. Watford is on the way down, and we had Burnley. Today's final game for Burnley and Leeds was critical, because if Burnley won their game and Leeds didn't get something out of their game, Burnley would be staying up and Leeds would be going down, because they headed in on the same amount of points.
Yeah.
But the Leeds was better on goal difference. And Burnley lost and Leeds drew. So that was the end of that. Burnley is on the way down. I think how long Burnley has been up? Burnley has been up about what,
8
10
years. 8 years.
8 years. 8 years Burnley has been up. I am glad that Leeds is up.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right.
gonna say. You got your wish.
Yeah, I wanted Leeds to stay up.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
My only hope is that the championship playoff is on the 29th of this month, and I hope Nottingham Forest wins, so we would have both Leeds and Nottingham Forest in the league next season. You know what I mean? I think that would be some real good drama. So nice to talk about the history of Manchester United against those clubs, and I'm sure we'll continue giving Leeds about 4 or 5, as we have every time we play them since.
Yeah, because they don't play defense. If you score
like goals
4,
for them.
them go try to score 5.
But boy,
They don't play defense.
I don't know, but they had to find some new way to play. So guys, we had a lot of drama. It was at one point in the season, City looked like they were running away with it.
Yeah.
Liverpool run them down.
Credit to Liverpool. Credit to them.
Only
the
to
chase they give.
fall short at the end.
Credit nothing, boy.
Chelsea
realized early.
I don't know what to
We
say
are
about
third.
Chelsea.
Let me try and stay third.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about Chelsea.
Yeah, they realize what we in third.
Oh, well, Chelsea was
Chelsea
on the high. Chelsea was on the high and winning the Champions League and the Super Cup.
And the
They
Super,
think that they won top of the world, but that was
Yeah.
they need to understand that was a flukes.
and I really don't want to give too much credit to Spurs or Arsenal, because if we had just maintained that level, we did not be great. If we had maintained that level, Manchester United would have finished fourth.
Yeah,
Plain
Yeah.
and simple.
potentially
Arsenal
Yeah.
and Spurs didn't overtake us as much as we
give it to them.
opened the door and allowed them to come in.
Allow them. Hey, all come in now.
Yeah. Coming
But,
from.
but let's also remember Chelsea has had a different season in terms of the ownership and different things with their
Yeah,
club too. Huh?
there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Chel-
drama going on behind the scenes at
Chelsea
Chelsea.
had a punting.
So let's not take that away from them. I think they did okay for what they were experiencing behind the scenes and stuff. If it was United, sad to say, the kind of mentality people have at our club, things would have been a little more, I think, a little worse for us. Also, I mean, football is such a funny thing. Yeah, 1 minute you're on a high, next year you're just on a low. So
Yeah, Liverpool supporters know that all too well.
Slippy.
They
From
were
the
on a high,
season,
but then they
you
went low.
understand?
So you know, one of the things that really impressed me today, was that suit from Ten Hag, boy.
mm,
Ten Hag looked
Yeah.
like, you know,
Man
he was
dapper,
straight
boy.
up pimping today, boy.
Yeah,
and
he looked
dapper.
sharp.
Yeah, well, the man mean business, you know. The man coming to
Ball
get
head
ready to Deadwood.
shining. Thing.
The man is to be a robot.
Yeah. Shining. The
Yeah,
man coming sharp.
Everybody was wearing a dark suit, but Ten Hag dressed like, I know I'm the person everybody want to see. You know, he dressed
Yeah,
like
Just for the
man.
camera. He
Honestly,
dressed
when
for
he
the
came into
camera.
honestly, when he came in Salus Park, the man had a body of bodyguards around him because fans
Yeah.
wanted to take pictures with him, you know, in Crystal
Yeah.
Palace, you know.
Yeah, Ten Hag dressed for the camera today.
Yeah.
Ten Hag is
And you know what? A lot of
Ten Hag
people
is that guy.
question whether Ten Hag, because we know coming to Manchester United is different. It don't matter what you do elsewhere. You know, what's his name? Van Gaal was different because Van Gaal managed Barcelona. Van Gaal took a Holland team, you know, to
At
the
third
World
place.
Cup. Van Gaal knew what it was to manage
also
at
at
that level and have the
Bayern.
cameras on him. Jose Mourinho, well, he lives in that. He lives for that, right?
Yeah.
So Ten Hag, yes, you might be
I'm
the
not
main
saying
man
about Ole, boy.
in Holland, but coming to Manchester United is a step up. And the little that we saw of him today, it makes me feel a little more confident that this guy knows what it takes to do
Now-
this job. You understand? He didn't walk around like a novice. He didn't, at no point did the camera look at him and he looked like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Look how shit this team is.
He didn't look like
You know?
David Moyes.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he didn't look
honestly,
like
Chad,
there in the headlights at all.
I think this year coming, I think the media is going to play. Well, they always do, but I think they're going to play an important role to Ten Hag's success, and I think he knows how to handle the media from all the things that I've seen with him, and I think the media will try to not like him, but they will end up liking him.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
But boy, we need all the help we could get. Yes, he had to give all them phone numbers from Sir Alex for them referees and start shooting them up messages.
But we had
and
3
find out
referees
when,
retiring today, you know.
yeah, when is the birthday and
I think Martin Atkinson retired today and 2 other known officials.
Yeah.
yeah, some notorious characters that we are accustomed.
Kevin Friend could go with him too.
Nah, I don't think he's one.
Yeah, he could go with him.
I'm supposed to have it on my phone.
And
Let me
Stuart, I think it's Stuart Atwell.
see quickly if I could find it. Nine.
Also, let's not forget that the Golden Boot for the season goes to 2 persons, not
Yeah,
not the
Also-
Egyptian alone.
I was telling Chad that before the show started.
Yeah, we had a big up son.
This is
Big
the
up
first,
Son Heung-min.
Asian to win a Golden Boot.
Golden
And
Boot.
especially as you know what I am telling you, I know Son probably is that kind of person, but if it was me, I was going into the dressing room early and putting glue in Harry Kane's shoes, because the last game they had a penalty and Harry Kane, knowing fully well that Son had a chance for the Golden Boot, didn't let Son take it. And if he had let Son take it, Son would have won the Golden Boot outright. You
Yeah.
understand? And even though Son don't really, Son is all about team, and kudos for him for that. But if it was me, I was going to put glue in Harry Kane.
Also, let's just say, if we want, we could give Son a bigger shout for the Golden Boot because he won his Golden Boot without a penalty. All his
Yeah.
goals are from open play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
Salah
And he
goals
won it
are
on
penalty.
the last day of the season too.
Yeah, and he won it. Yeah, so
And I
to
mean,
me,
I
he's
am
a
very
bigger winner.
happy.
He's a bigger. His Golden Boot means more than Salah won to me.
I am very happy for Son because I captained him today as well in in fantasy, because I knew he was going to do the business. So what else we had to talk about, boy? Manchester United, as we talked about on Thursday, are not having their awards show. I'm disappointed for the youths. I really think they should do
They
something.
should have one for the youth.
But it seems we're not doing anything at all. I think the club is for once reflecting.
Yeah, so the club probably
Who won the Golden Glove? Liverpool keeper.
Alisson.
Yeah.
And
He went in today with the advantage, and they both got scored on.
I have a question though. Do you guys think the player of the season should have been held back until the end of today? Because in my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne should have won it. Not Salah.
Kevin De Bruyne should be the player of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My book, I agree with you.
I think
He
Salah.
won the
he
league.
did win. If not
Won the
player of the
league.
season, he won an award. Kevin De Bruyne
What
did
has
win an
happened? You
award.
have the EPL does have their choice, and then you have the players' choice.
Players, writers, yeah.
And I think he won the players and writers players award, Kevin De Bruyne. But Kevin De Bruyne should have won everything. It should have been a question.
But remember, right? Liverpool is the greatest EPL team of all time, according to
the
ESPN
English press,
and Sky Sports. Even though the only one won Premier League title, won under COVID, which no one saw.
Yeah.
You know, to win a league title, and then go in, there, and then say, yeah, and there's no one in the field, there's no one there to see you.
While United is the only team to win 3 Premier League titles in a row twice.
Yeah, twice.
We dominated the league. There was a period when nobody saw titles because of us.
I wanna end on this discussion. There have been an attempt by those in the English media to say that the rivalry between City and Liverpool is the greatest rivalry in all of football.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
I didn't say that just now then.
Just now. There has been an attempt by the English media to spin that narrative.
When Guy never says X, it is X. Because he
Start
never
back
lies.
smoking out.
And
never
when I
lies.
think about it, I remember the rivalry of Manchester United and Arsenal.
Yep.
I remember before that, well, this before the Premier League era, the rivalry of Manchester United and Liverpool.
Yep.
I remember the rivalry of, well, I don't want to say Manchester United and Leeds because that's more of a cultural thing than a whole league thing. Leeds wasn't really winning no set of titles, right? But I would admit that Liverpool City is definitely a rivalry.
But not the greatest.
It is a
not.
modern rivalry. But any of you
But
all
I wouldn't
agree
call
with
it a
that
rivalry,
sentiment?
though.
It's not a
No,
rivalry.
I wouldn't because 5 out of the 4, well, out of the 5 I'm not saying it correct, but City has won the league 4 times over Liverpool, who won it once within this so-called rivalry, right? I wouldn't call that as a
statistically,
rivalry.
that is not a rivalry, and
No,
No,
but
that's not a rivalry.
Then you should include Leicester in that then because Leicester won
Yeah,
it
because-
one of the
right.
years.
Yeah.
this thing only existed for like 3 years now.
Yeah, so
Or
you
2
can't
years,
call
if
that
so
a
much.
rivalry.
Because City win 4 out of 5 years.
Right.
Liverpool win 1 just what it was there. How that is a rivalry?
They win a pandemic league.
A pandemic league.
Right. Which didn't happen. Right, it didn't happen because if a tree fall in the forest and no one is there, did it make a sound? No. They won no league. No one saw it. It didn't happen. Right? It didn't happen. It's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry.
That's not a
It's just
rivalry.
media
No,
hype.
remember they need to have a
Because-
conversation. You know? They need to have a conversation. They need to have something to say. So they will spin anyhow, anyway, try and negate
Right.
the reality that United has
Because-
13. We won
I
the league
would
3
even
times in a
say
row. We have a treble.
Right,
Come on,
right.
come on.
I would even say Chelsea and us had a bigger rivalry than City
Yeah.
and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because Mourinho and Alex had a real rivalry. Because Mourinho came into England and said, I am going to replace you.
And you
for
know,
2
what's
years and
interesting
more-
about that Jose Fergie rivalry? What's interesting
Mhm.
about that is that even when we won the league, right? I think Chelsea won
Yeah.
it. Back to and then we
Yeah.
won it. Even when we won the league, Sir Alex didn't have a good record against Jose, you know.
No.
Chelsea,
No.
you know.
Yeah,
We used to
That's
be
true.
Chelsea used to be beating us.
that's
Right,
true.
true.
That's
Right,
true.
true.
Stamford Bridge was a place no United supporter ever wanted to go
I
us
always-
to play
I
football.
always remember this saying that Mourinho always had the upper hand or the edge against Sir Alex.
Against
I
Sir
always
Alex,
remember that
yeah.
topic. Yeah.
And that was even though we were winning in the
He had his
league,
number.
that was a
Mourinho had,
rivalry.
Mourinho had Sir Alex number.
Mm. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, that was a real rivalry. Well,
That is a rivalry.
fellas,
So that City Liverpool crap. Let them go with that.
we can go with
Chad, before we go, right? I want to read something here. What they quoted here after the game today. I'm not sure if you guys
Go ahead.
saw it. Did you? Okay. So this is in De Gea's words. I want to forget this season and be 100% ready for the next season and be positive. It has been horrible, a very bad season in all ways. It has been very tough. It is time to rest and prepare your minds for next season. Ones who want to stay, stay at the club. Ones that don't want to stay, go out. You don't have to stay.
Well said.
That's De Gea's words after the game
You
today.
see, that is why Scott wanted to hit him Marbellas because he's talking too much. But one of the things I would say, I don't know if anybody else noticed it today, but anybody else noticed how talkative David De Gea was today? Anybody notice how David De Gea was very active in his box when he
All
bowled
you
out?
noticed David here was a sweeper today, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
and I was like, okay, you know, let me tell you something.
Trying to impress.
David may have his challenges, but one thing I would never say about David De Gea is that he doesn't fight for Manchester United. He
Yeah,
loves playing for
he
this
has the
club
club at heart. Literally.
because David De Gea is by no means a young goalkeeper.
Correct.
When earlier in the game, Bruno Fernandes headed the ball out, and you could see David screaming
Yes.
at him because it had nobody
Yes.
behind him. To the point where Bruno came to David and said, "Oh gosh, I didn't know it had nobody behind." You know what I mean? Trying to calm him down, and I was like, "But since when David De Gea is a vocal goalkeeper?"
Nah, he getting on real bad these days. He fed up.
You know?
He fed up, you know.
Fed up on him.
So
How much,
clearly, David
how much
De
bang
Gea
you take, boy?
is hearing
Whole season the man taking bang.
No, but not just that. Clearly, he's hearing the talk that he is not vocal enough, that he is not active in the box enough, and that Manchester United might be looking for a better ball playing goalkeeper. And he has decided here what's going on. I like it here. I'm fighting for my spot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The question I have, though.
They had
Whoever
invested
come in
a
had to
coach.
work hard.
They invested in a coach to improve that side of his game as well, you know.
Now, what I have to say about that
Invested in
is
that.
this upcoming season, the here spot is safe. We know that.
Yeah,
The season after,
it's safe to start the season.
yeah, the season. Well, true. The season after is what we have to look at because I'm all for giving him a chance for next season, but what will be his other role at the club? Is he just going to go back into his shell and be like how he used to be, or is he going to be that demanding now of players? Because
Let me
remember,
something, yeah.
yeah,
I hear your question, and what you're saying is correct. But the same way, Ralph's style of play, and Ralph asking the players to give more, to come up to training more, to train more hours, to put more out on the field, expose the players. You know, let's be real. Manchester United wasn't just playing badly because people stopped caring. And they also played badly because Ralph called them up here, and a lot of people were wanting. Ralph said, "I need to let her come up here," and players was like, "Come up there, but not too far." You understand what I'm saying? So
Because
I don't
men
think-
started complaining they're going home in the dark and all kind of things.
I don't think players, including David De Gea, would be able to hide with
On that
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
I think what Ten Hag is going to be asking of them is simply you either sink or swim. It's either you step up to it or you don't. You know all this, you see all this player FC. Oh, I like Pogba. Oh, I like Fred. Oh, I like this one. Next season,
Ten Hag that.
Results.
next season, I think as supporters, we will see the people who up to the task versus those who not up to the task real quick.
Big up to Donny for scoring a goal today.
I was supposed to mention Donny van der Beek a little earlier when we were talking
Yeah,
about
but
the
do
relegation.
you know why he scored? Do you know why he scored? You know why? To tell fellas a big FU to all their men.
That's the last goal for Everton.
Let me tell you something, man, because he knows for a fact he coming back to this team, his brethren in charge. Right, my spot
Donny
safe.
van der
So
Beek, boy.
who do you think would be captain for next season then? Would it be De Gea?
I
I don't know that would
Last
that
time
captain,
last time we had this discussion about captain on the United Hour, somebody, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Mark. I don't know who it was, but somebody said they wouldn't be surprised if Ten Hag leave Harry. Not because he think Harry is a great captain, but just because, you know, he himself wouldn't have in his mind established who should be captain. And if you don't know who should be captain, historically Manchester United doesn't really take the armband off of people.
Yeah.
So he might just decide wherever. And to be honest with you, after watching the game today, after this season that Bruno had, how we can reward Bruno with the armband?
No, I wasn't gonna suggest.
Now Bruno can't keep that.
Honestly, Harry Maguire being vocal today, actually being what our captain is supposed to be, at least trying to be.
Yeah, so you know, it almost like I everybody knows I have been talking about stripping Harry of the armband whole season.
And I
After
said
the loss to
every time I
Liverpool,
say it.
after the loss to Leicester, right? I said that would have saved Ole's job. I have been talking about stripping Harry whole season, and now we reach the end of the season, and I could honestly tell you, I don't know who should be the captain next season simply because nobody else has stepped up to the plate. At one
None.
point in time, Bruno was like a shoe-in, was like, well, yes, Bruno is the
No,
captain.
yeah.
But no, I can't say that. I can't say that. And if I'm being honest, I can't say that. So
no.
I don't know.
So now the next headache could be the transfer season.
Well, I don't think it's a headache. I think as I was telling somebody earlier today, whoever wins the transfer season, and I not remember what I want. One of the things I wanted to talk about, looking forward, is anybody going to be able to challenge Liverpool and City next season, right? But for me, whoever wins the transfer season is going to have a leg up in the league next season, because City has Haaland, but City was already good, right? Liverpool, we don't know what's going on with Liverpool, because the fact that Mbappe's deal with Real Madrid has fallen apart, Real Madrid might change their focus and try to get Salah or try to get Lewandowski. Real Madrid need to sign somebody striking that is big, and the only big players is remaining on the board is Lewandowski, who hasn't signed a new contract with Mane yet, and Salah.
Nah, I think Mane. I think they would quicker go for Mane than Salah.
Mane
because they want. Of real?
Yeah.
So next season, you may see a situation where Mane and Salah is not at Liverpool. It is possible, right? We may see a situation where, you know, there's so much turnover that's going to take place at Manchester United. What is Chelsea going to do? Chelsea need a goal scorer. Would they be able? Would their sale be concluded? Would they be able to buy players? Okay.
Yeah. Right now, them at Them had to settle the selling of the club before them could buy anybody.
Right. So
or
let's
talk to
assume
anybody.
You need to also remember a lot of the key components and the engine room in City will be leaving it. Fernandinho is gone, Gundogan is gone.
correct.
So
City is going to
a
have
lot of the players
this
are
guy going
responsible for them being who they
to
are.
Silva.
well,
Silva
Silva
need-
wants to go. City has made it clear that you have to come with money to buy Silva. They're not going to let Silva go for cheap. But Silva wants to go, but we're not guaranteed that he will go. But you're right, Silva does want to go. And then remember, Rudiger is leaving. He has been the main man. Rudiger and Mendy are the main men responsible for all them clean sheets that Chelsea had this season.
Yeah.
And they're losing other members of the defense. So there's a lot
Silva
happening
old. Yeah,
in
Silva
the
is old.
transfer window. There's a lot going to happen. And whoever wins the transfer window for me will determine, because we might look next season. You could imagine Liverpool without Mane and Salah. That's a drastically different Liverpool team.
Well,
I don't care how good Matan Diaz is.
Yes, but no, because I feel as though they already have plans in place. I think they already have someone in mind. Maybe not to replace Mane or Salah, right? But at least, remember, they got Jota and they got this boy now.
Diaz.
Yes.
So they will get two more to go behind them. They may not necessarily push City, right? But they will be up there.
Salah and Mane, they are not too fond of each other, you know.
No, we know
Not
that.
really.
We know that.
If
That's
it be
why
playing so much,
I-
if it be
I
playing so much
surprised-
final, I wouldn't be fun there either too.
I surprised that they last together so long.
So long, yeah. So
It's definitely going to be the
the
last
split,
season where we
the
see
split
them
is
together.
eminent.
Right, but I have a real thing for you, right? Haaland will come to City and he will not pass 15. He will not. He will struggle. I don't know why I'm
Haaland?
feeling as though he will struggle. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because the way how he plays for Dortmund is not the way how City plays. City is a machine. You put out one piece, the other piece goes in, and there is no difference.
System player.
Haaland is very much like Zlatan when Zlatan was at Barcelona. Barcelona was a very well-oiled machine, and then Zlatan came to that team, and it was just a big disruption. And I was under
I
the
want to
same
do
pep.
my thing.
I think Haaland will struggle. I mean, I'm not saying that he won't score goals, right? But I feel as though it won't be to the heights.
Anybody
that people
remember how
think.
much goals Zlatan had for Barcelona that season when he and Pep fell out?
I can't remember.
Because
No.
the last time I checked, I can't remember either. But I know he had more than 15 goals. I remember Henry going to Barcelona and didn't really fit there like a glove, but he had over 20 goals. I mean, you could be a good goal scorer, don't fit excellently in a system, and have 20 plus goals. Haaland could go and score 30 goals for City, and Pep might want to get rid of him at the end of the season because he don't like him play, you know. That is the kind, because let me be real, most teams in the world would love to have a Zlatan. Pep is the only person I know. Zlatan went to the team and Pep didn't want him, you know.
As I say, Zlatan, I think AC Milan won the Scudetto as well.
They did. Yeah.
After how many years?
Yeah.
If
With Zlatan.
AC could win a Scudetto, we could come back and win a title, fellas.
Let me know.
Hey.
I don't disagree with you, but we don't want to put any kind of unnecessary pressure on Ten Hag.
How much
Ten Hag have
seasons?
enough pressure just walking into that team.
No, I don't mean now. Like, I don't mean like next season. I mean like in the very near future.
2 to 3 seasons down the road.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I am telling man.
How much goals? You're asking how much goals he scored for Barcelona?
Yeah.
22.
So imagine the man was considered by Pep as a flop. Man scored 22 goals. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the
No, but
point
what I'm saying
that I
is
get
that
at.
the way how people are carrying on as though, well, the league is over, right?
No.
No, it's not. Because
I
think
agree with
coming, I don't
But
think it'll be like this big. I don't think there'll be a big jump.
And then remember, Laporte as well might be leaving.
All right.
So I think there's a lot Manchester United have a lot of a transition, but there's a lot of transition that's going to be happening in the league. So
Yeah,
next
around the
season,
league,
Yeah,
have
but
a lot of people
City
going
won
on.
the under 18 league as well too. So I think they have some successors in mind
Yeah,
as
coming
well
up. Yeah.
coming up. So
yeah. So City, I believe, would remain the most dominant, but I don't think they're going to be. Not going to be no runaway, no 100
Yeah.
points. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a grind next season. My
Yeah.
only thing, I just want to see better football.
Anybody watch the female Champions League final yesterday?
I didn't.
Nah.
What? No.
Who won?
Leon win the female Champions League. They beat Barcelona females 3-1.
wow.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
Barcelona female team very strong. I watched
Very
them
strong.
last year.
I sure Barca female team could come and beat us
I watched it yesterday.
right now.
I feel
Someone like Zlatan, no one. Someone like Zlatan, no one.
boy, I feel like LA Galaxy could come and beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah. They win the
Oh, boy.
female Champions League.
After seeing Garnacho and Ilanga and Hannibal, I am very hopeful.
Let me tell you something.
Hannibal almost scored today.
That performance
Mm,
Hannibal
yeah,
put
yeah.
on today,
Yeah.
he impressed me, and I'm sure
Yeah.
he impressed Ten Hag. I expect to
did.
see Hannibal in
I
this
was
team
thoroughly
next season.
impressed.
He did. And you see, the thing is, if these young guys get a chance, more than likely their loyalty will remain at the club.
Mhm.
Because
First contract.
because you see it now with the whole player power thing in the transfer market, and where players want to go and things like that, right? But you have to get the youths who really show loyalty for the club to stay at the club. And these young guys have been showing it. Hannibal and Garnacho and Ilanga has, he still has a lot of growth to do, but man's still young. You can't,
Yeah.
expect a whole great deal out of them now, but they really are showing a lot of potential.
Guys, we've been here over an hour. It's time for us to roll out. We have a lot of content coming out. The season may be over, but there's a lot of football to play, so we're going to be talking. We have a couple shows going to happen between today and Thursday, and then obviously we're going to have a show talking about the Champions League. We mightn't be in it, but it's football, so we had to talk about
Talk
it.
about it.
You understand? So
And we don't want Liverpool to win it, so we have to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Red Devils, we don't die. We
multiply.
multiply. And remember, Ten Hag is here.